The 21st century is the economic boom of countries lying in the Pacific Rim, to include Asia-Pacific's region of East, South, Southeast Asia, New Zealand, Australia, and North America. But China's move to expand its influence and territory in the Indochina region and beyond is seen as a threat to security concerns in the region. VOA senior diplomatic correspondent Cindy Sain tells us more on its latest visit by U.S. Secretaries of State and Defense Tony Blinken and Lloyd Austin to the Pacific islands of Tonga and Papua New Guinea.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken held talks with New Zealand's Prime Minister and Foreign Minister in Wellington and invited them to engage with AUKUS, the security pact between the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia.
On AUKUS, as we continue to develop it, as we continue to work particularly now on the second pillar, the door is very much open for New Zealand and other partners to engage as they see appropriate going forward. New Zealand is a deeply trusted partner.
Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin have both visited Pacific Island nations this week, with Austin becoming the first U.S. Defense Secretary to visit Papua New Guinea and Blinken the first U.S. Secretary of State to visit Tonga, where he dedicated the opening of a new U.S. embassy in the tiny kingdom. One expert told VOA the U.S. is making a big push to cultivate ties there.
Washington is taking the Pacific Islands more seriously now than it has certainly since 1945 at the end of the Pacific War. Part of taking the region seriously, engaging it more deeply, is having U.S. embassies.
Deepening security ties will be another major issue when Blinken and Austin join their counterparts in Australia, another expert told VOA.
In Australia, there is this bigger, this issue about having greater defense capabilities, new defense capabilities in the region, and having closer coordination with Australia as the base, working together with the UK to stave off some of the threats that are coming from China.
While in Tonga, Blinken warned that China's increasing investments can be predatory and military activities in the region can be problematic.
There has been some, from our perspective, increasingly problematic behavior, including at the same time the assertion of unlawful maritime claims, something that I've raised extensively when I was in China.
China rejects the criticism, saying its cooperation has been welcomed and recognized by governments and peoples of Pacific Island countries. French President Emmanuel Macron is also engaging in some Pacific Island diplomacy this week, visiting Vanuatu and Papua New Guinea. Without naming any specific countries, he denounced new imperialism in the Pacific, warning of a threat to the sovereignty of smaller states. Cindy Sain, VOA News, the State Department.